shortly before the holidays, and the combat sports world is silent. No big announcements, no chaos, no fight that completely overshadows everything right now. Except of course that our two favorite showmen, Andrew Tate and Jake Paul, once again received a proper reality check. Other than that, calm. And that is exactly why today we are doing what always works. We are looking back at pure violence, the 5 best knockouts of the UFC 2025. This list comes directly from the official UFC website. No fantasy, no fan bias. And if you want to hear our own opinion, the comments are open, because some of these knockouts can definitely be debated. Place 5. And this knockout came from a fight that many saw as a solid test, until it suddenly was completely over. Quillan Salkeld versus Nasrat Haqparast. On paper, experience versus hunger, control versus risk. The fight starts calm, almost too calm, a small distance, a minimal moment, and that is exactly when it happens. Salkeld explodes. A high kick flush to the head. Nasrat collapses before the impact is even fully processed. No follow-up needed. The referee is immediately there. This is not a technical stoppage. This is a clear shutdown. That is exactly why this knockout is ranked at place 5, because it shows how quickly experience becomes worthless when timing and courage come together perfectly. And this was only the beginning of this list. Place 4, and after this knockout it was suddenly clear, a double champion was born here. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, UFC 317. Topuria entered as the reigning featherweight champion, undefeated, confident, with the clear goal of making history. On the other side stood Oliveira, veteran, submission king, one of the most dangerous finishers the lightweight division has ever seen. The fight starts tense, short, controlled. Both know, one mistake, and it is over. And then Topuria explodes. A clean right hand, immediately followed by a left hook. Oliveira goes down instantly. No discussion. The referee is there. The arena erupts. And in that moment, a champion becomes a multi-division champion. Knockout in the first round, new title, new status. That is exactly why this knockout is ranked at place 4. Not only because it was brutal, but because it closed one chapter and tore open a new one. And we are far from the end. Place 3, and this was one of those knockouts that happened so late in the round that you almost start to believe both fighters are easing off. Wrong. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates at UFC 319. Neal comes in like always, hard, compact, dangerous, a guy who can destroy entire game plans with one hand. And Prates, ice cold, patient, so calm it almost feels disrespectful. The round winds down, seconds remain, and then this moment happens that no one can stop in time. Prates spins, a spinning back elbow. The strike lands straight out of the textbook, and yet it looks like an accident. Except it absolutely was not. Neal collapses as if the power was simply turned off. The referee jumps in immediately, and the crazy part, it was practically a buzzer beater. 4:59 of round 1. One split second later, and Neal might have survived into the break, but he didn't. That is exactly why this is ranked at place 3, because there is no long buildup, no big show. Just a single moment that erases an entire fight. And if this is only place 3, then things are about to get really unfriendly. Place 2, and this is one of those knockouts that are not built up, not announced, they simply happen. Mauricio Ruffy versus King Green. On paper, this was a classic test. Green, the veteran, relaxed, experienced, a man known for reading opponents and slowly breaking them down. And Ruffy, calm, patient, almost unassuming. The fight starts relaxed, a lot of movement, hardly any risk. Green looks comfortable, almost too comfortable, and that is the moment. Green keeps his hands low, moves laterally, a small mistake, a tiny window. Ruffy sees it. He doesn't hesitate for a second. A spinning wheel kick, flush to the head. King Green falls immediately. No wobble, no follow-up, a complete shutdown. The arena explodes. Commentators completely lose control, and everyone knows in that moment this clip will be everywhere. This is not a lucky shot. This is risk, timing, and absolute precision. That is exactly why this knockout is ranked at place 2. Because it is rare, because it is clean, and because even in the UFC, something like this does not happen every year. And if this is only place 2, then you already know what is coming next. Place 1, and this knockout is not just number 1, it is the moment where even hardcore fans fall silent for a second. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico, two elite athletes, explosive, athletic, both with the goal of reaching the very top. The fight is tight, a lot of movement, a lot of respect. No one wants to make the first mistake. Pico pushes forward, aggressive, pressure heavy, and that is exactly what Murphy uses. A small angle change, half a step, and then out of nowhere, a spinning back elbow, perfect timing, perfect distance, flush. Pico collapses as if someone flipped a switch. The referee is immediately there. The arena explodes. No luck, no chaos, just technique and precision. That's exactly why this is number 1, because this knockout shows how brutally clean MMA can be when everything comes together perfectly. Those were the 5 best knockouts of UFC 2025 based on the official UFC list. If you want to hear our own opinion, or if you have a completely different top 5, write it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, follow the channel, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We wish you Merry Christmas, peaceful holidays, and don't worry, after the holidays, it will get loud again here, brutal and unbelievable.